Hello again. In our last video, we talked about ideas for how you can organize the Classwork tab in your Google Classroom. Well, now we're going to go ahead and get into the actual aspects of how you do that. So when you're in your Classroom tab, if you're still looking at it from this view, go ahead and go up to the top and you want to click on your Classwork tab. And then you notice that you have a Create button. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and click on that Create button. Now remember, we're not creating assignments, quizzes, questions, materials, or any of that stuff right now. We're just creating your organizational structure. So we want to go down to Topic and we want to click Topic. And then you get this small little pop-up window that comes up. And remember, consistency is key. I will tell you though, that if you make a mistake, these are all editable. So you can go back and fix them. Or if you get going and you're like, yeah, I'm not really happy with this, don't worry about it. You can go back and change things. So I'm going to start with, let's say, an elementary classroom because I wanted to show something that I didn't show in the last video. So for our younger students, I think having visuals might be useful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a website, and I will make sure that I provide a link for these, where you can actually copy and paste emojis and little icons that will work in Google Classroom. So for example, I want to find one that has to deal with, let's see, reading. So I'm going to find a book, and all I'm going to do is click this and it tells me that it was already copied. So then to get rid of this, I just hit close. And then I'm going to go back into my classroom and I'm going to Control V, or if you're on a Mac, Command V to paste. And then I'm going to type reading and I'm going to say add. And you have a nice little icon of a book up there. Now, as we all know, there's plenty of different types of different icons that you could probably use to add a little bit more imagery to your topics. So for elementary teachers, I hope you find this useful. For all teachers, I hope you find this useful. So then to create my next topic, again, I'm going to go to Create and then Topic. And I'm going to go back to my emojis. And the only thing I wish is that these were searchable. Well, I found one up here earlier. So I'm going to copy this one. It's a crayon. Close that one. And I'm going to call this one Writing. Now, let's say that you want these in alphabetical order. Not a problem, because you can take these and you can drag and drop them, which is a wonderful aspect of Google Classroom that wasn't there probably about a year ago. So if you do get them in an order that you're not pleased with, don't worry about it. You can drag and drop them. But what happens if you, let's see, I would like a little space right here between the crayon and the W. So I'm going to click these three little dots over here on the right hand side, and I'm going to click Rename. And then I'm just going to add another space right in there and click Rename. And now that gives me the space that I wanted in there. You also notice with these three dots that you have the ability to delete this topic completely. You can copy the link to it, and I've never really had a need to copy the link to a specific topic. And you can also move it up and move it down this way. So if drag and drop aren't working for you, then you can try the move up or the move down feature as you need. So honestly, that's all there is to creating topics to organize the content that is going into your classroom. And you'll notice that over here on the left-hand side, the topics will be listed for you. So if you end up with a really long page of topics, it can become annoying to scroll through those for students. So Google puts them over here on the left-hand side for you. So that way, if a student says, well, I just need to see this one, and I think it's down towards the bottom of the page, they can click it, and then boom, it only shows that one topic and the information underneath that topic that they wanted to see, which is super useful. We want to go back to your all topics view, then you click all topics. And so basically it's super easy to create topics and to edit them and to even delete them and to move them around. So now you know what your assignment is, to go ahead and hopefully take that plan that you put on paper and start creating your actual topics. No assignments or anything else yet, just your topics.